Let's go through the care requirements for my prettiest houseplant, the Philodendron Pink Princess. This pink plant is giving Barbie-core but has surprisingly easy care requirements. First up, let's go through sunlight needs. This plant is a tropical aroid from Colombia, and being so, they do like plenty of light. Ideally, your pink princess will be in a well-lit room for at least 8 hours a day. If you don't have a bright spot for your plant, you can opt for a grow light instead. Whatever you choose, make sure she gets plenty of light. Although some blogs say they can tolerate low light, tolerate is never the goal. Be careful of direct light though, because you can scorch the pretty leaves. Now let's go through watering. Being a tropical plant, they do like a more moist environment, and I alternate between top watering and bottom watering my philodendron. For my schedule, I water weekly in summer and less in the cooler months. I also pop her out in the rain whenever possible or give her a shower to clean those leaves. As always, make sure she is in a pot with plenty of drainage holes like a grower's pot. If you know me, you know I love to mist my plants as well, and the Pink Princess is no different. I find that misting the leaves helps them to unfurl without any tears or cracks. The Pink Princess also loves humidity, so it's a great idea to place her near a humidifier or in your bathroom where she's going to get some steam. This can also deter some pests like spider mites who do not like a wet environment. If you want your leaves to grow big and bright and beautiful, you've got to put her on a trellis. This works because the plant doesn't need to use energy to stand upright, it can use it to grow bigger leaves. Speaking of leaves, let's talk about browning. The variegation that we all know and love is also a cause for heartbreak. Variegated leaves do not photosynthesize as well, and they tend to die off much faster than the green sections. Although this can be a little disheartening, it's completely normal, and I tend just to snip the brown bits off. Some people snip off pink leaves entirely, but I like to leave mine on because they're so pretty. Next up, let's talk about pests. For a pest deterrent, I like to frequently wipe down my leaves with neem oil. Give your bottle a good shake and then spray on the leaves, and then wipe the front and the back. This is a good preventative measure, but if you do come across some pests, I would go in with something more effective like a white oil. Getting the back of the leaves and the stems is so important because this is where lots of pests linger as well. Another hiding spot I have found pests before is in the spent leaf sheaths. These generally take months or years to fall off on their own, so I pull them off as I see them. Make sure you are feeding your plants as well. I tend to lean towards an organic NPK fertilizer, and I like the liquid form because you can put it straight into your watering can or in your bowl if you are bottom watering. As with all of my plants, I water monthly in the warmer months and then switch to every quarter in the cooler months. Just as you don't want to overwater, you also don't want to over-fertilize because this can cause yellowing on your leaves. And that's it for my Philodendron Pink Princess tips.